time I talk to homeowners that have built a custom home, the answer is always the same. They love their home, but the process was exhausting. Building a home does not have to be that way. I'm Beth with Clark Custom Homes, and in this video, we're going to show you what we do, how we do it, and the things you should always talk to your builder about before you get started. This is the same information we send to all of our clients at the beginning of the process, so expectations can be set and met.
We are a custom home builder serving rural North Texas. Many of our clients either have land or they live nearby. Some are even out of state. We focus on building custom homes with a clear, organized system, and even after you're moved into your house, we'd like to continue that relationship because we believe that the client experience doesn't end when the keys are turned over. Construction is complex. Nobody doubts that it's complex. But the most frustrating thing that we find for clients is the lack of communication from other builders. That's typically what we see. So in our process, we really focus in on the client experience, and that starts with a great communication. Instead of waiting till the end just to see if everything went well throughout the build, we actually have scheduled steps. So we have an electrical walk, we have a framing walk, we have a plumbing walk, we do a countertop and cabinet walk. So we do all those things throughout the build to make sure that we're A, staying on track, staying on schedule, and that B, that you're completely informed and satisfied throughout the build, because the last thing we want is for you to move in and say that's not really what we had in mind. So one of the most important things, and it goes with client communication, is a clear schedule. We don't want clients to feel like they're on a scavenger hunt. So we use a proprietary builder software that has a live schedule that allows you to see where we're at, where we're going, and then what's coming up in the future, and everyone's favorite, when are we going to be finished. The really great thing about our software is that it allows us to calculate for rain days, delays, and so that way you're not constantly wondering, like, when are we going to do our tile walk, for example. So like I said, our software allows you to be informed at every step of the way. So the third pillar of client success starts in financial transparency. So we met with a client last week, and they said their number one concern, I listened to them for 2 hours, and I heard this no less than 10 times, are we going to experience a budget blowout? And that's a real concern. So in financial transparency, you have a live budget. You get to see change orders, you know when they're coming. The important thing to know is that whenever you have a live budget, you know what you're going to spend, and unless you make a substantial change in your construction that is both approved by the builder and the client, you shouldn't have any major budget blowouts. Unlike some of our competitors that use a cost plus model, so we use a fixed cost model. So I know from day one when we sign that contract, if it's $800,000, it's going to be $800,000 in 150 days when I hand over the keys. Versus our competitors that may say it's going to be, let's say, $700,000, and then you end up at 800. The difference is I'm not guessing. I go in knowing what you're going to spend because we spend so much time in the pre-construction process, which is a huge differentiator between us and the competition. So the fourth pillar of client success is client communication. Again, we use a proprietary software that we do daily logs. So again, it's what happened today, what's happening next week, and what's coming up. And then on top of that, we do a Friday update. And so let's say you had a busy week at work, you're like, I didn't get to see any of those. We're going to send you a message and say, hey, Mr. Client, this is what happened, and this is what's coming up, and I'm going to need you on site on February 17th, to do a tile walk. Just want to make sure that's good for you. So we're going to give you ample heads up. The real purpose of this is to feel like you're always informed, like you always know the next step. Client communication is probably the number one failure point that I see consistently after studying many builders and many building companies. During the home building process, you will have questions, and there will be a need to communicate beyond daily logs, beyond Friday updates. You're going to have, like, hey, what about this? So within our software, we have a place where all communication is centralized. And centralized communication is key to a great home building experience.
The process matters. When expectations are clear, when communication is steady, and when decisions are made in the right time, something very special happens. Our relationship stays strong long after the house is built. Our goal is not to deliver you keys. Our goal is to deliver you a home and an experience that you're happy with.
Let's talk about how to choose the right builder. If you're interviewing Texas home builders, here are a few questions for you to help protect yourself as the homeowner. 1, how will I be involved at major decision points throughout the building process? 2, how do you handle walkthroughs and quality checks throughout the building process? 3, will I be able to see the construction schedule live during my build process? 4, how are cost allowances and changes documented throughout the process? 5, what does communication look like once construction begins on my project? 6, how do you prevent surprises nearing the end of the project? 7, what happens if I have questions mid-build? How do you keep expectations aligned start to finish? A good builder should be able to answer these clearly and confidently. We at Clark Custom Homes would love to be your partner. Who we're a good fit for? We're a good fit for families who value structure, communication, and quality. We're not the right fit for someone looking for the fastest possible build with little to no involvement. Building a custom home is a partnership. The right relationship makes all the difference.